Well, we finally made it. There are way too many people here. Honestly, we are not going to be able to do a podcast tonight. There's just nowhere to do it. There's a massive crowd here, but we finally made it. We finally made it. I'm barely, sort of partially shaven. It's been a long week getting here, and there is a little bit of a cabin fever going on, maybe just a little bit. But we've made it. The crew are all here. We're all happy. We're all good, and we've got a few more days to go before we're actually at the conference at Ross River. So it's just a real quick one. There it is. And it is quite nippy. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a beanie, it's because it is quite nippy. Hello, Robin. I'm speaking quietly because there's a huge crowd here. MaxFreedom, hello mate, how are you? I'm speaking quietly because there are quite a lot of people here. Normally I'll be yelling and shouting, but we're going to keep it down. Hey Richie, Dara says to say hello.
Richie, how are you?
Hey. Oh yeah, Caitlin's here as well. Hello Caitlin, how are you?
Hi Caitlin.
Of course.
Hey Caitlin.
Gregory's here with me.
Robin, how are you?
We've made it. It's been, how many times have we set up in the dark this past week? We've arrived in the dark everywhere this past week, including here last night. But we've managed to do it really well every time. Dara's bed is all fixed, everyone. It's strapped back up onto the roof of the car. It's bolted back. We're hoping that it's going to be a successful bolting. We reckon it's going to be, don't we, mate?
Yeah.
Mate, this poor fella, he's had a hard week this week. The number of hours we've spent on the side of the road this week has been phenomenal, isn't it, mate? But it's been a lot of fun. Got the cameras here, we've taken loads of really good footage, we've got loads of photos. It's been actually really good. I've had a day off today, pretty much. We, just quietly everyone, we got in a bit of trouble last night. Me and the boys went to the pub, and it wasn't a very popular decision when we got back. But anyway, we've resolved all those issues. Yeah, any questions, anyone? Anyway, I'll say this is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to say hi and bye because I think we're going to go and hit the pub. Are we going to the pub? I think we need to go to the pub, everyone. So there you go. We're here. We're going to come back, aren't we? We're going to spend another day here. I think we're going to come back and spend another day here on the way back through and try and get here when there's not so many people. We've noticed that the crowds are diminishing. It was absolutely crazy when we got here last night. The camping ground, I mean, I never expected so much tourism. I mean, it sounds stupid, but the entire town is quite large, but it's just all resorts. Flat out all resorts. And the really weird thing, you have to have a passport to get a drink. Can you believe it? Not a vaccine passport, although all the staff wear masks here. It's pretty weird. But none of the tourists, or not, I guess I've seen a couple. But yeah, time for a drink. So there you go, everyone. We're at Uluṟu.
So many good
Miss you all, and I'm sure we'll be home safely. I'm pretty confident the car's going to go now. We've figured out how to drive it. Keep it in manual or sports mode. Is that what you call it on an automatic? Keep it in sports mode. Keep it in fifth the whole time, and we are successful. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. How far to Alice? How far out of Alice Springs are we?
4.5 hours.
4.5 hours outside of Alice Springs so far. So give us a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and we will talk to you again really soon. We're hanging out for another day, or are we going off to?
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay, so we're going off to Daisy. We had to leave the dogs at home. We put the dogs in the back of Dara's car and drove on in. They turned us around real quick. So we went and dropped the dogs off. Someone stayed back at camp, and then headed back in, and the bloody place had closed, which is probably a good thing anyway. We would have ended up in a load of trouble if we had brought the dogs in. So that means we're now free to go to the pub, and I think we're all pretty thirsty. So
No, I'm not going to the
we're not all going to the pub, but some of us are. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Until the next one. Good night.